it comes to being an actor, even in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, there's a very low chance you'll have a perfect track record when it comes to saying your lines or acting out in scenes without occasionally slipping up and messing up. And when it comes to Elizabeth Olsen as Wanda Maximoff, there is no exception made here, which in a way kind of makes you appreciate the actress for her abilities and the lightheartedness it takes when playing a character like the Scarlet Witch on the big screen, as it does seem like a very complex character to play. So for today's Marvel trivia question, how many different projects within the Marvel Cinematic Universe has Paul Bettany had an appearance or starred in? Let us know your guesses in the comments down below and stick around to the end of the video to see if you were right. Okay, let's go ahead and jump back into this video. So today we thought it'd be really interesting to take a little bit of a closer look at Elizabeth Olsen behind the scenes, maybe messing up a scene or two when filming various scenes across her career in the MCU. Okay, so first up, Elizabeth Olsen definitely came into the spotlight more than ever before when Disney Plus's WandaVision finally came out. And there were some really interesting moments from that TV show where we got to see Elizabeth Olsen adapting into playing a role like Wanda through the decades that we saw in WandaVision.
You want to talk about your butt?
Yeah, I did want to talk about my butt.
I'm going to talk about my dress first. It makes me have better posture. And makes me want to walk like this. And
I have exactly the same thing, but with my fake butt.
Fake butt.
Yeah, it makes me stand properly, and she was enormously funny.
Very funny.
I think I have another idea. And then I change.
I mean, it looks like a... I love you.
There's actually this really interesting interview coming from Elizabeth Olsen herself when she was talking about her experience when filming Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame, and specifically enough, when Avengers Endgame, of course, only had some big action sequences towards the end of the film involving the larger cast. It is interesting to see Elizabeth Olsen talk about some of the difficulties she had, even though she was only in a smaller portion of the movie.
I fell on my knee so hard because I was trying to walk down like rubble aggressively and like, you know, not looking. You can't look at the ground when you're trying to be scary. You have to just look at your you know, the person you're fighting.
But as it turns out, this wasn't the only time that something like this actually happened. There's another interview where Elizabeth Olsen shares a very similar experience that happened when filming those final action sequences.
We're helping Marvel bring the gauntlet to the front, or to Spider-Man or something. And I landed in the scene on wires, and I lost my balance and I fell backwards and got totally slammed in the back of the head.
Now, besides Avengers Infinity War and Endgame, and also WandaVision, while fans do have quite a bit to look forward to with Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness bringing Elizabeth Olsen back on the big screen once again, there were a couple other movies that Elizabeth Olsen starred as Wanda in before the Avengers movies, specifically with Captain America Civil War, and before that, Avengers Age of Ultron. And there's some really interesting and fun moments from back then as well.
I hear people laughing.
That was so bad.
One thing that's really important to note, though, is that it really shows when we see these bloopers that these actors are people too, and they make little slip-ups, and it's one of the reasons why so many people love these actors, because they're able to overcome and make these scenes look so awesome. And that's a part of the reason why we're huge fans of all of the cast members in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Okay, if for our Marvel trivia question, you guessed that Paul Bettany starred in 10 different projects in the MCU, you would be correct, as Paul Bettany starred in all 3 Iron Man movies as Jarvis. He also was in Avengers and Avengers Age of Ultron, where he becomes Vision, and then Vision was featured in Captain America Civil War, Avengers Infinity War, and then of course the Disney Plus series WandaVision, which is 8 total appearances. However, there were 2 extra appearances starring Paul Bettany voicing Jarvis in 2 separate standalone What If episodes, the What If Zombies and What If Killmonger Rescued Tony Stark. So, all in all, Paul Bettany has the impressive record of 10 total movies. Okay, that's it for today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you are subscribed with notifications on for more videos like this. We'll see you guys all next time with a brand new video.